One of the easiest things you can do as an author for your content creation is to interview other authors. It is so easy, it's so simple, it cross-promotes, and it gives your audience someone else to read while they're waiting for your next book. So it's an all-around win for everybody. So what I want you to do is decide, are you going to do a video interview, a live stream interview, a photo interview where they're just going to write things and put it in your caption? What do you want to do? Now, remember, you want this to be as versatile as possible, so I highly recommend doing either a video where you are going to be face-to-face asking the questions in real time, or you send them pre-written questions and have them just at their leisure film their answers and send them back to you, where then you can film your parts asking the questions and responding to what they're saying, transitioning into the next question. Your interview can be used in multiple ways. You can then, if it's video, put it out on YouTube. You can put it on TikTok. You can put it on TikTok in sections if you want. You can use it for YouTube Shorts in sections. You can use it on Instagram Reels. You can use it for marketing purposes. You can run freaking ads. They can run freaking ads on this. There's so much that you can be doing to help and benefit each other. So I want you to start thinking, who can you interview? You want to make sure that you're very specific about the person that you're going to be interviewing. Friends are great. We love it when we interview our friends and have people that we love on our platforms. We love that, but we need to benefit audience too. So if you write in one genre and your friend it's not going to be a very good crossover, that audience is not going to be there for it, that may not be your best choice. That may want to be something on your second string of people that you're going to be interviewing. So who is your audience going to want to read next? Compare them to your books. If you liked my book because of X, Y, and Z, you're going to like this person because of X, Y, and Z. Find the crossover elements and then dedicate your questions to things that are crossover. If they really like your enemies to lovers, go find an enemies to lovers author and ask them the questions. You can even phrase it with some way of connecting it to your book if you want. So you can say, in my story, my audience really likes the relationship between this person and this person. In your book, they have a relationship between this person and this person that is this way, or they do this kind of thing. There's this type of scene. So tell us a little bit more about that. Do not be vague with this. Be pointed with the questions you're asking. This is not the time or place to have the very basic questions. What was your inspiration? Why did you come up with this? How did you do? Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want those questions asked to you. They're old and they're boring, and they don't serve to help you sell more books or to even highlight the benefits of the books for your readers. Be thoughtful and intentional about the questions you're asking. Train other people how to ask good questions. We as an industry as a whole are trying to train people to ask better interview questions. Be the person that asks better questions. You do not have to go very long with this. It can be 5 questions. It could be 10 questions. Probably don't go over 15 questions unless it's like a live stream interview where people are interacting and engaging and you get to have that conversation face-to-face in real time with them. But keep it on the simple side. And then you kind of, again, decide how you want to do this. If you want to do it face-to-face, then you're going to need some technology for that. If you want to do it where you're just writing the questions and then they're answering it and you're doing the filler content in between, you can do that as well and just splice those things together. You want to make sure that you are doing this in a way that highlights their book and can also highlight your book. And then you want to be able to put this out to your audience with really good intentions of helping to introduce your audience to a new author and to show off that author to your audience. This really is not a self-serving thing, although it does benefit you because you're getting eyes on your content. And if it's monetized, all the better. You are going to be giving them someone else to read while they're waiting for you so that you kind of keep it in the circle. We're keeping it in the family, right? We want to make sure that we give them other opportunities, but you are also a source of information. Now people are going to trust you because you're giving them more of what they like. You're showing that you have good taste and that you are going to be bringing information to them, introducing them to new people or new concepts or new books or new whatever. You are showing them that you are a trusted source of information so that when your really good taste gives them another book that they love, they're going to come back to you again and again for your books because clearly you have good taste and you know what you're talking about in the book world. So interview people. Come up with a plan for this. I recommend doing an interview a week. You could do a couple a month. If you have a lot of friends, you could do more than that. But I know it's really hard to get authors to participate in these things. So make a plan. And then have a dedicated day for it so that people continually show up every Wednesday at 6 a.m. I know, 6 a.m. for your brand new episode of an author interview with somebody that they're going to like, that they should know. And then as you build this up, you can even turn this into sponsored content, so you can have people pay to do those interviews to market their newly released books. There's lots of options for that. And again, I mentioned earlier, you can run ads to get people to come look at your content, but they can also pay you to run ads off of your content if it's performing well, so that that gets kicked back to their book sales and they can make money off of it. There are so many opportunities here. Interviewing your people makes it really easy, and a lot of those people will turn around and interview you back if you ask, or if you put it out as an option to them, which then means more marketing for you. But also keep in mind, when you interview a person and then you put their video or their written interview out, they're going to share it to their audience, who will then check out what you're doing. And if you seem like a cool human, they're going to turn around and check you out as well. So yes, you're giving that other author access to your audience, but you're also going to get some access to their audience as well. Even if they're not sharing it, if you have their picture on the thumbnail, or they can clearly see them in the video, they're going to stop to watch the person they already know and love. And if you happen to be an awesome human too, they're probably going to check out what's going on. Should they see more of your interviews? Should they check out what you're doing? Should they read your books? This is a good opportunity to gain a new audience. And also, you don't have to do all the work yourself. By interviewing people, it then allows you to take a lot of that work off of you. If you have cool questions that you can customize to them, this is fantastic. You don't have to do a ton of the work. Just splice some things together, or just interview that person, but you're not coming up with the concepts. You're not necessarily coming up with the meat of the information that's going out inside of these interviews. I love doing interviews with people because it takes so much work off of me. And I love doing interviews for people because I get access to new audiences, and I can talk about things that I already know and love. I don't have to come up with new content. It's just regurgitating more information about my books to a new audience. So it's a win-win for everybody. Doing interviews is really fun. I cannot say enough good things about it. There's lots of ways to do it. I've got playlists over on the main channel, KM Robinson on YouTube, which talks about how to do interviews, how to do them well, how to do them right, how to come up with creative questions, how to reach out to people, how to find their contact information. I've been doing this for many years. I've been doing this since long before I became an author. And I have interviewed some of the leading names in the industry who never knew me until I reached out and said, hey, I'd like to interview you for XYZ reason. Here's how we're going to do it. And I have full videos on how specifically you can be reaching out to people to almost guarantee them to say yes, to make it that easy yes. They don't say yes every time, but like 90% of the people you reach out to are going to be excited about this. And I teach you how to do it over on the main channel, so you can check that out. But if you've got questions, drop them down below. I want to get these questions answered for you as somebody who's been doing this for a really long time and has helped a lot of you to benefit from doing these interviews and to level up what you're doing with your interview skills as well. So get the questions down below and follow along, because every single day we're bringing you brand new videos to help you navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever. Because I want you to live your best life and have luxury time and go do the things you love while also living your author dreams. We take the time and effort and commitment out of doing a lot of these things to make it easier for you, so this can be your most profitable year ever, without stress, without the overwhelm, without what everybody else is doing that makes it hard. We want to make sure that this is the best year ever for you. So drop the question down below, and we'll see you in the upcoming episodes.